speaking engagement to talk to a class about how to build your brand and becoming a social influencer. And we were here on time and early, but we were sent in the wrong direction. So now we have 5 minutes. I say we, meaning my brother, he's the camera guy. We have 5 minutes and I'm so nervous. I hope and pray that I do a great job. Yeah, this is definitely new territory, but it's a full circle moment because this is the school I graduated from. So I'm happy to be back and to hopefully help somebody and to share with somebody. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know how I do. And you guys will see a part of it. So keep me in your prayers and let's hope I do very well. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. On social media, I'm known as RhythmNBeauty. And so I've been a content creator, a beauty influencer, a brand ambassador for the past year, but I've worked on the back end of YouTube for 5 years in digital rights and in market research. RhythmNBeauty kind of was birthed by me thinking, what is a brand to me? What can I identify with? And I love music and I love beauty, but before that, I'm also a very spiritual person. I also love quotes. So anything that I do to try to inspire and help motivate people, women, men, whoever I can. And so I always tend to start with a quote. And this quote is what resonates with me. And it says, and if the essence of my being has caused a smile upon your face or a touch of joy within your heart, then in living I've made my mark. I have people that will ask me about what kind of hair I'm wearing, what kind of clothes, or what kind of makeup. And for me, that's not what I want to do all the time. I want to be able to inspire somebody because I've gone through a lot in my life, and if I can encourage somebody and inspire them to keep going, whatever your journey is, then I would like to do that and tell you about hair and makeup or whatever else it could be about. I posted a picture in July of last year, and it was a natural hairstyle that I had did, and it got a lot of attention. And so I thought to myself, should I take this as a sign and go ahead and become a social influencer? I still said no. A week later, a company reached out to me, a hair care company, and they said, hey, we want to reach out to you and we want to collaborate. Will you collaborate with us? And essentially what they mean by collaborate is, we'll send you hair and you post pictures. Now, for anybody that gets natural hair weaves, hair extensions, you know that costs money. You know that it's not cheap. So therefore, if you have a company saying, I'm going to send you a product and it's free, and all you got to do is take pictures, which you might do anyway, I took it. Sure, go ahead, I'll do it. So then that's when it kind of tapped me again, like, should you take this as a sign and become a social influencer? So I said, you know what? Some people work to get to this point where brands are reaching out to them. And here I have a company reaching out to me and I have nothing. I am on Instagram at the time, I was Love Jones for music because I love Love Jones the movie and I love music. And I just like selfies. That's who I was before. So in 2 days, literally, I came up with the name, RhythmNBeauty. It still encompasses music, which is what I love. My favorite genre is R&B. So therefore, I made it as what is it called? The ode to R&B, RhythmNBeauty. That's makeup, that's hair, that's whatever you want it to be. That's how that was birthed. In 2 days, I created a YouTube channel. In 2 days, I changed my Instagram name from Love Jones for Music to RhythmNBeauty. They didn't know who I was. And in a week, the hair was sent to me shortly after that. In a week, I created the video, which you'll see right here, which is KINKISTRY Hair Initial Review, and that was my very first video. Quality versus quantity. When you start, make sure you post quality things. Don't worry about all of the posting a billion things, because people aren't going to see it, or people aren't going to notice it if it's not of quality. So when you post it and it's quality, make sure you hashtag and you tag whatever industry you're working with. Find out what's popular for your industry. So for me, it's beauty. So whether it's natural hair, I'm finding out what are the popular hashtags for natural hair. Natural hair, for makeup, what are the popular tags? So go on social media, Instagram, and put in hashtag natural hair or hashtag fashion, and you will see what's the first tags. Use those tags when you're tagging pictures. Tag the companies, tag the brands, tag social media pages that are promoting natural hair, shoes, cars, whatever it is. Tag those people because they will give you exposure and they will upload and post your content, and therefore you'll get more followers. You'll get more knowing, more exposure, more notoriety. Also open yourself up to networking with people, whether it's your fellow people or whether it's different brands. They will want to reach out to you and they will contact you. A lot of my contacts have been through my inbox in Instagram. Even though my email is there, sometimes they come through my email, but a lot of times it's somebody sending me a message through Instagram. So make sure you guys are tagging those brands, because whether you know it or not, somebody's watching you. Somebody is, once you start tagging, once you start hashtagging, somebody's going to put their eyes on you, whether it's just somebody, you know, a fellow friend, or whether it's a huge brand. And they might not even contact you today. They might wait to see, how are you doing? How's your brand improving? How's your brand progressing? And then they might reach out to you later. So competitors. Do we have competitors? Absolutely. This illustration is to show that your competitors are worldwide. When you're on YouTube, you open yourself up to the world, and anybody can see it. Even my analytics, I'm always surprised at people in Nova Scotia or, you know, Alaska or wherever that have seen my content. And so that arrow down there, it says you. That's where you are. That's where I am. But guess what? Our competitors are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I choose to follow them, but don't focus on them. Don't focus on who your competitor is or what they're doing, because you will lose sight really quickly, and you'll be trying to keep up with them instead of making your own lane. So I choose to follow them, but I don't focus on them. So in closing, I wanted to kind of wrap up everything for you guys and do an acronym that helps me along the way. So for B, I put brand yourself. Like I've already said, make sure you're branding yourself and not somebody else. It's you. Don't try to brand whoever else is out there, whatever celebrity that you see. Evolve. In the same way that the industry is constantly evolving, you should be open and willing to constantly evolving. That just makes your content better. You don't want to still be talking about one thing while the rest of the world has moved on to something else. Be authentic. I'm a huge believer in being authentic. I love that when you can start a relationship with somebody and it's because you are organic and you are real, you're not trying to put up a facade. If you are fake or, you know, pretending or putting a face on, you will get burnt out. The people might not notice, but I think that you will eventually get burnt out because it's not who you really are or who you're really trying to portray. Unique. I say unique not just because it's my middle name, but because I do believe that everybody is unique and that they should have their own personal twist to everything. Time and perseverance. Understand that being a social influencer does take time and a lot of it. You will grind and you will grind and you will have to talk yourself into into keep grinding. And even when you feel like you can put out a wonderful video and people might not, as many people might not see it as you want them to, or they might not respond to it, or they might not love it as much as you do, you still keep going. Because guess what? You're one video away from being viral. You're one video away from getting notoriety, from getting exposure. You're one video away. A lot of my stuff, I don't even have, let's say, a lot of numbers, but I work with so many companies that I'm like, okay, even though it might not reflect on, oh, I have millions of followers, I still work with companies that I can say, I work with these companies. And that for me is awesome. And not only that, but I also work with people where I can help them and I can inspire them and help them out. And for me, that's more than whatever numbers it says. And then you. None of this would be possible without you guys. You focus on you. Nobody else can focus. Nobody else can tell your story. Nobody else can represent a brand the way maybe you can. Only you can do that. So make sure you focus on you and everything should be great. And that's it. I hope that that was enjoyable to you guys. I'm definitely opening up to questions that maybe you guys may have. Were there any doubts starting? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is very nerve-wracking to have to talk to a camera, one, but then never knowing I would eventually be talking to you guys. It can be nerve-wracking to be like, hey, I have to be all of me, and sometimes, you know, I can't come in here with my hair wrapped, you know, so I have to look good, you know. The content, you hope that the content reaches somebody, and what may be important to you is not important to somebody else, you know what I'm saying? So there are times when I want to post what's happening in my life, like a vlog, so it might not resonate with somebody else, but they might only just care about the hair. Where I'm trying to get them to step out the box and be like, okay, I'm more than just my hair, N.D.I.R.E. I'm more than just, you know, the makeup or whatever. I'm a human being that can tell you how to figure out life. Like, I once went here, and it's amazing to see you guys. I hope that you guys are taking this all in. Had I had a class back when I was graduating, or, you know, whatever, I would have loved it. because I didn't know that later on I was going to enter into the field. So to have somebody talk to me, whether you guys are thinking about it now or whether you think about it later on in life, it's still great and it will help you in the long term. If I can make this a career, I would. I do love the fact that I have the freedom that I can to put out whatever I want and to make my own schedule and to get up and to be with my kids and my husband. I love that aspect of it, but I also love like speaking to you guys, helping somebody, telling them how to edit a video or something. So if I can make this a career, I'm actually working on it now.
Can you stay after class?
Can I stay after class?
Artist?
I can, if you need me to. Okay. Any other? Yes.
So there's a couple questions, but one thing I wanted you to touch on is how did you, when you first launched your video, how did you promote it? How did you get a following?
A following? Mm-hmm. So for me, I already had somewhat of a following on Facebook. So Facebook is more of my personal, you know, your personal people. Instagram is where I kind of open it up to everybody else. So for the people that already were following me, and those are the same people that were already saying, you should post a YouTube video, you should get a YouTube channel. Those are the people that I started to pump them up and say, hey, you asked me to do it, now it's coming. So are you guys gonna check it out? And that's what I did. I make sure to tag all of the people, and even as many people as Facebook will let me to tag, and those were the people that started following me first. And from there, they share with their friends. Make sure that if you're gonna use your Facebook, whether it's your Facebook or a business Facebook, make sure you always put it as public so that other people can see it. Because if you just put friends, only your friends are gonna see it. But by making it public, other friends and other people saw it, and therefore they started to follow me. And Instagram, I did the same thing. I post on Instagram and I make sure to tag different hair care pages, natural hair pages. If you tap on my picture, you'll see 20 tags. Instagram allows for 20 tags. Find 20 of your best people that are in your industry and tag those people. You have to tag them every time because every once in a while they will post your picture and my picture gets exposure to I think I want to say it's over 1 million now, over 1 million people, because they have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 followers, and my picture gets exposure just by being on their page, and I don't have to pay for it. I've only posted 30 something videos. I think only 2 of them have copyright. It's 32? Oh, thank you. Out of the 32, so only 2 of them are copyrighted, so only 2 of them I don't make money on. So, anybody?
I'm sorry, I just got another question.
Oh, you're fine.
How do you feel that you stand out between other beauty bloggers?
How do I feel like I stand out? I think that I am, if you go on my Instagram, I think Instagram is where I'm most myself, where you can see it right off the bat. You're going to be introduced to some type of quote, some type of spiritual, you know, pick me up as soon as you enter. And then you'll see my picture and you'll see a nice hairstyle with a bold lip. I think the people that I have seen before, they focus so much on the beauty part. And beauty is not all of who I am. I'm more than just beauty. I can't preface that enough. Like, I'm more than just beauty. Like, if I had time to tell y'all things that I have been through, like getting in a car accident, finding out I was pregnant, those are things that I have dealt with. That's like, I can help somebody else, and me just putting on makeup is not enough for me. So when people see that, they tell me, you inspire me, you allow me to keep going, and then they might ask, okay, what hair are you wearing now? So that's how I feel like I stand out.
Can we have another round of applause?
Hey guys, so I just finished and I'm so incredibly happy that I was able to speak to all the students. They asked wonderful questions. Hopefully I was able to help somebody. But at the end, somebody told me that I did inspire them, and ultimately that's my goal. So I'm super excited that I can come back to my alma mater and to be able to like give back and have this full circle moment. You know, I'm nowhere near celebrity status or whatever, and I'm fine with that. I'm actually glad that I can help somebody and help hopefully a few individuals, and I exchanged my card with another individual. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited about this. So, you know, we'll see what's happening. You guys are on the road with me to see wherever I'm headed. I don't have any idea where I'm headed just yet, but I do feel like I'm being led somewhere and in a direction, and thankfully that direction has been to help people. So I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video.